Some totally unexpected news and items that went up for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse website, and it's that of Japanese exclusive products that we got from the past 2 years that were kind of limited and really had a very odd niche place in the collectible world of Transformers, and now have recently surfaced. And I have a few speculations of why this is, but let's go through this. So about 2 years ago, and we reported this on the podcast all the way back then too, there was this subline that Takara was doing that was exclusive to the Japanese market to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Transformers brand, and it was that of the Transformers Golden Lagoon subline. And essentially what it was is it was going to be all these lucky draw-esque gold chromed out previously existed molds that are all like really nicely done in gold chrome. They were going to be sold through different venues, through exclusive natures or conventions or on websites. And ultimately, in the end, all of this would be available in retail in the end, but initially it was going to all be like that. So to give an example, one of them was a Golden Lagoon Convoy, aka Optimus Prime. It was available initially at Wonder Festival 2018, both in their summer and winter version. And that is what it was. It was an MP10 Optimus Prime that was all covered in gold. Didn't come with the trailer or the roller or spike, but just the basic weapons and stuff. Then they did a Golden Lagoon Starscream, and that one was a repaint, remold of the Aerial Bot Skydive into Starscream. They used that same mold also for the Ghost Starscream and United Warriors. So, they did that one. They did Golden Lagoon Beachcomber, Perceptor, and Sea Spray, and that was in like a 3-pack, and they also did that in 2018, and that was using both the Titan's Return mold in the case of Perceptor and the Power of the Prime Scout classes for Beachcomber and Sea Spray. Again, all gold everywhere. And lastly, the Golden Lagoon Soundwave, which came out in early 2019 and did the same thing, Wonder Festival exclusive, and then later on mass retail in Japan, which was they took, once again, a Titan's Return Soundwave mold, did the gold thing, and that's that. But then all of those ultimately in the end ended up on Takara-Tomy Mall's website and the Cybertron satellite stations. And what those were, they were like little, if you had a Toys R Us in Japan, there'd be a special section just for Transformers, and it was called the Cybertron satellite locations. And they kind of like discontinued those recently with the beginning of Kingdom and stuff like that, for the new rollout of displays for the stores. But that being said, these were all items that were pretty limited. The last place that pretty much us as Western collectors could get them was you had to go on to pretty much secondary market stuff, TF Source, BBTS. I'm not pumping them up. I'm just saying like there was other websites you had to go to get those, and then that was it. I mean, they were on Takara-Tomy Mall's website, and as of this recording, they've been long gone and sold out since then. So they were pretty difficult to get. And that was the end of that story. At the beginning of 2019, they came, they went, and that was it. If you didn't get them, tough, And then we fast forward to just a couple weeks ago, and we had the Transformers Abominus manga that was coming out from the Takara-Tomy Mall exclusive stuff, and we had the Volcanicus, now we have the Abominus, and Sakamoto was putting out those manga stories. And at the end of the last chapter that we had, all of these golden characters showed up with Primus. Now, just for a quick history lesson, Primus's first toy was a lucky draw gold repaint, and they just, I guess, Sakamoto, the way he wrote the story was, at this last page, Primus shows up, he has the gold repaint Jazz, which was a thing back in the old reissue days, and all those Golden Lagoon repaints saw the Convoy, of course. So there's something going on with that, and a lot of people are like, oh, what's going on? We're going to see all these gold repaints? Well, apparently we saw it here first because it hasn't showed up in Takara-Tomy Mall in some kind of restock, but in the case of here with Hasbro Pulse, they're all here. So you could pick up the Soundwave for $139.99, which is pretty pricey, considering it was a leader class from the Titan's Return era. So that's you're pretty much paying for a premium item with the gold vacuum metal. There is Starscream for $49.99, and again, very expensive for a deluxe, but you're paying for the special vacuum metal version. And then, oddly enough, also a deluxe, but with two little scouts for almost double the price of the Starscream for $89.99. You'll get Perceptor and Beachcomber and Sea Spray in that little box set. And ultimately, in the end, then there's Convoy, who's a masterpiece technically without his trailer, the MP10 repaint in gold, for $179.99, which is, that one's not terrible, but it could be better. The other ones are a little more pricey, but this one, the discrepancy of value is not so bad. But getting now, and of course, all of this is supposed to ship out 2021 on New Year's Day. So literally New Year's Day the following year. Here's the problem, though. As of this recording, while I was talking to you guys, 3 of them have already sold out, which is pretty crazy. I just literally watched them sell out in front of me here. And so Soundwave, the Starscream, and the Beachcomber's Perceptor Sea Spray 3-pack sold out almost instantly. The Optimus is still not sold out yet, but maybe when I'm done this sentence, it might be. Who knows? So it kind of sucks that there was an opportunity to get these, and they popped up, and now they're sold out. Could be potentially, maybe this is leading into these getting reissued again from the Takara-Tomy Mall side, so that might give more numbers and opportunities for it. Hasbro Pulse really seems to have a very limited number of stuff whenever it goes on their store, and it just gets bought up right away. So it's something that I feel it might be related to what's going on with that Abominus manga last comic panel. Who knows? But just reporting it. So if you're interested in the Optimus, it's there for $179.99, ships out next year. The others, unfortunately, did just sell out. So this is kind of good news if you didn't get the Optimus. But the others, well, if you're a listener who managed to snag these, congrats. They were very difficult to get, and they look pretty cool. And again, throwback to that old Season 2 Golden Lagoon episode that, while it's a great episode, had such weird ending. Such a weird ending. Poor Beachcomber. He's so sad, and yet they had that triumphant music at the end. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Kind of crazy how quickly it sold out, though. I mean, I think Hasbro Pulse really needs to do something better about that. I mean, that's nuts. Literally while I was reporting it.